Hi everyone and welcome to Bookkeeping Tutorials for Entrepreneurs. My name is Christina Young and I'm with Lighthouse Ledgers, and today we're going to be going over assigning check numbers in QBT QuickBooks Desktop, also known as QBDT. As you may have realized, checks in QuickBooks is not just for recording payments by check. That's definitely one of the uses for it, but we also use that function in order to record things such as debit card purchases or PayPal transactions. So it's important that we're making sure to record those things correctly. And for many business owners that get extremely busy, they end up just leaving the check number blank, or they leave it in a status called to be printed. And so the question comes up for a lot of busy business owners, why even bother with those check numbers? This is just my books. It's not really that important, right? Well, there could be a few reasons why you're looking at it. One could be because your accountant asked you to include it, which for some of you, that may be a good enough reason. For the rest of you, perhaps you're just wanting to have that extra level of detail. For example, you want to know which vendors you're paying by check versus which ones you're paying by PayPal. And finally, and kind of the less known reason to do this change is because you want to be able to take advantage of all of QuickBooks 1099 functionality. So the 1099 is where you report miscellaneous income sent out to other sole proprietors or subcontractors at the end of the year. And if you're not recording ACH or DBT for debit or any of those kinds of things in your check numbers, then it's very possible that at the end of the year, QuickBooks looks through those check number fields and believes that you should be reporting higher income, and then this starts a conversation between you and your vendors about why you over-reported their income to the IRS. So this is something that will help cut down on how much time you have to spend reporting 1099s correctly, and also if you don't report it and your accountant does that for you, it cuts down on the amount of time that they're billing you for that. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. So here we are with Sirens Cove Jewelry, my test company here, and you should see the home screen probably looks pretty similar to whatever you're using. Now I am using QuickBooks Accountant Desktop 2015, but that function should be pretty much the same wherever we're going. And I'm going to be showing you 3 different ways of making sure that you're entering in your check numbers correctly. So the first way that we're going to do this is to simply go to pay bills. Say that you already have a bill entered into the system and you want to go ahead and pay it. Well, for many of you, you may notice that down here, or wherever it's located on your version of QuickBooks, there is a box clicked that says to be printed. You only want that to be clicked if that is the way you're going to really be paying by check, is by printing it to a printer later, and QuickBooks will automatically assign a number for you. But what we're going to be doing, because we're not doing that kind of function, is we're going to be selecting the bill that we want to pay here, and let's say this time we're doing Washington Department of Licensing. We're going to change this to say assign check number, and then we're going to go to pay selected bills. And here you'll see where it says let me assign the check numbers below. Let's say we're paying this with a debit card, so we put in DBT. Now, if you're writing out a check number, writing out a check, and you don't print them, this will also be where you put your check number that comes off of your checkbook. So you can put in several different things like DBT, check number, ACH, that kind of stuff. So we went ahead and recorded that, and we're done showing you the first way of doing that. So next, I'm also going to show you how to do a write check, which is, let's say you don't have a bill in the system, and we're going to use Puget Sound. ACH automatically withdraw funds from our checking account. And so if we put in Control W, that'll bring up our right check screen automatically. And you'll notice here that it says to print. We want to be able to click in that, but unfortunately we can't do that when this is selected as print later. So what we're going to do is we're going to uncheck that box, and you'll notice that now we can change this to say ACH. And we'll go ahead and put in Puget Sound and say we put in $125. And I have it set up to automatically go to utilities. So now we just go ahead and save and close, and we're done with that way of doing it. The final way of doing it, and this may be especially useful if you enter in all of your transactions through bank feeds, is to just directly change it on your register. So if we push down on Control and R, that's going to bring up our Use Register screen, and we click OK. And then you'll see right here is one of the options where Bishop's Bead Shop says to print. And that may have automatically been assigned for you. So what you want to do is you want to highlight that, and then let's say that we actually paid with this with check number 1089, or we can also say that this time we paid this vendor with PayPal. And then you hit record. And do you want to change the transaction? Yes, you do. And it is updated for you. And you can go through and change several of them that way. So that concludes assigning check numbers in QuickBooks Desktop. Please feel free to visit our website for more bookkeeping tips. We also have our contact information on our website if you need any one-on-one assistance or have an idea for a future topic that you would like us to tackle. Until then, take care.